Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I'm sitting here behind my Ford Transit and I wanted to show you something that's a little bit of a minor annoyance, and that annoyance is this silly cargo light. For whatever reason, this thing stays on way more than it should. So I'm trying to make this a camper setup, and there's sometimes when this thing is on and I'm trying to go to sleep. In fact, I even at some point I put a piece of cardboard over it just to cover the silly thing. I'm not entirely sure on the logic of when this thing goes on or off. I just know it stays on way more than I want it to. In fact, you can see all of these other dome lights, right? There's these 3 dome lights on the ceiling. I've actually turned those all to the off position. So even if you open the door, they never come on, but this silly cargo light stays on all the time. And what's actually more concerning is, let me come around to the front and I'll show you. I recently installed a battery monitor so I can see what kind of current draw was happening on the starter battery. And if you look at this, check this out, 21 watts. So, boy, this is not good. It's drawing almost 2 amps here. Again, I'm not entirely sure. I'm sure some of this amperage draw is maybe for like the keyless entry or other security systems, but I'd be interested to see how much that cargo light is drawing. I mean, right now, when it's just sitting here at 2 amps, it looks like I have 40 hours until the battery is completely drained. And again, this is an AGM battery I put in here. I recently upgraded. So I don't want to get anywhere near 100% drained. I actually don't even want to get near 50% drained. So really, this is if I let this thing, if this thing is on for 20 hours, I'm effectively harming the battery. So not good. And again, I'll just show you, yeah, nothing else is on, right? The car is not on, the radio is not on, the 12 volt outlets, well, I guess I take it back, that Y is on. So I guess there definitely is some battery drain, but what I wanted to show you is how to basically disconnect that silly rear cargo light. So let's go to the back and see how we can do that. All right, so let's go in the side door and head to the back, and we're just gonna have to remove some of the pins that hold this headliner down so we can get access. Again, if you want more information on how to remove this headliner, I made a completely separate video on that. Feel free to check it out. But once you've got it so that you've got a little bit of access, you can kind of see, well, there's that silly lamp. And do you see that wiring harness right there? All we've got to do is disconnect that wiring harness. So let me see if I can crawl up here and get a little bit of a better angle. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, okay, let me see if I can snake my hand in there and then pull this out, and there we go. Look at that. Great. No more silly cargo light on. Now what's interesting though, we should test. Yeah, okay, so that killed this dome light. So this dome light also I've disconnected at the same time, but I believe some of these other dome lights will still work, like this guy. Yep, check that out. This guy still works. This guy still works awesome. So I think we can probably leave these dome lights in either in the off or the timer or the door locking mode so that they'll automatically turn on and off. But at least we accomplished our primary goal of turning off that silly cargo light. So that thing is just completely off now. Let's turn off all the lights and see if this helped with our amperage. Oh my gosh, and look at this. Ha! Beautiful. Now, if you don't have that silly cargo light on, look at this. Now we're only drawing 3 watts. That is perfect. Great. So that silly cargo light was drawing over 1 amp. And again, if that thing is just on all the time, or well, I'm sure it's not on all the time, but if it's on for any appreciable amount of time, you're just draining your starter battery. And actually, I've had a couple of times where the car wouldn't start, probably because I was going in and out of the car, which made it drain the battery quite a bit. So anyway, long story short, I think we've got it now. So I hope that was helpful. Yeah, just a quick video on how to disconnect the cargo light on your Ford Transit.